Hey everyone, I am Nidhi Patil back with the free course on SQL provided by topdatacoach.com. After writing our very first select query in our last session, today I am going to show you how to filter the data by adding where clause to the select query. So guys, without wasting our time, let's start with our today's session on where clause tutorial. So just like our last session, today also I'm going to use the same database, world database. In the last session, we wrote some simple queries like this: select star from country table, which shows all the records with all the fields, right? And if I don't want to view all the fields and I want only selected particular fields, then I can mention the column name instead of star with the select query. So I want to view only continent field, select continent from country table and semicolon. See, it is showing me only one field, that is continent. But why it is showing me 239 rows while we all know that there are only 7 continents? Now we can see that the values are being repeated or duplicated. This is because my SQL is currently showing only the continent field from all 239 records of the country table. But what if I don't want this duplication and only want to see the unique values? For that, I have to use the distinct keyword, and the syntax is as shown in the figure. Select distinct keyword, then I have to mention the column or field name from table. Here it is. Now I can see the 7 continent names. So guys, this was the easiest way to find out the continents from the country table by using the distinct keyword, which removes the duplicate values or repeated values. Now let's move ahead with where clause. Where clause is used to filter the data. In simple words, where clause is used to fetch the records which are meeting the particular criteria. As shown in the syntax, where clause is added after the from table name. And in where clause, you have to mention the condition. Let's find out the Asian countries. That means the continent has to be Asia only and not anything else. So that is my condition. Continent equals to Asia. So let's write down the query. Select. I only want the city name, so I am writing here city, and continent, which is optional, from table name, which is country. Then we are going to add our where clause, where. Now here I am going to write down my query, that is continent equals to Asia. Now because Asia is a text value, I have to enclose it within double quotes. So I have to write it something like this. And the query ends with semicolon. As always, press enter, and as you can see, here are the 51 countries which belongs to Asia continent. Let's apply the where clause on the city table. So select name from city where country code equals to, again country code USA is a text value, so I am enclosing it within double quotes and semicolon. 274 countries from USA are listed here. That was the simplest where clause. Now Where clause can also be applied on numeric fields. Let's go back to our country table. Select star from country. Now here in country table, there are 239 records with this many fields. But I only want to view the cities which have population over 10 million. So population is a numeric field. Now let's write down a where clause with numeric field. So select name. I also want the continent value and also the population value. So I am writing these two column names as well. Then I am writing the table name from table name. Now here where clause, and as I said, I want to view the countries whose population is over 10 million. Over 10 million means greater than 10 million. So the condition will be population greater than 10 million. Because this 10 million is a numeric value, I do not need to enclose it within double quotes. I will simply write the numeric value, semicolon and enter. So there are total 78 countries in the world whose population is above 10 million. Wow, this is something new for me. Just like this greater than, you can use other relational operators like less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to, not equal to, etc. Let me give you another example. Select name from country where surface area is less than 500 square kilometer. Wow, there are total 44 countries in the world whose area is even lesser than 500 square kilometer. Can you believe this? So guys, you should try out the other relational operators like greater than equal to, less than equal to, not equals to, and let me know if you have some queries into the comment section. Now what if my condition is not having a single value but a range? Like I want to find out the countries who are having population in the range of 10 to 15 millions. Then I have to use the between operator whose syntax is shown in the screen. Let's write down the query then. Select name from country where. As I am applying the condition on population, I have to write down population between keyword, then the smaller value from the range, that is 10 million, and is a keyword and it is compulsory here. Then the higher value and semicolon. Great. So there are 18 countries in the world whose population is between 10 to 15 millions. Now, if we don't have a range of values or single value but have multiple values for comparing, then we have to use in operator in where clause. The syntax of in operator is as shown in the figure, where we have to enclose the multiple values within round brackets. Let's try out this with an example. I want all the details of 3 countries: India, Sri Lanka and Saudi Arabia. So I have 3 values and not a range of value. Then I'll be using the in operator. Let's write down the query then. Select star. As I want all the details, I'm using star here, from country where the conditions are on name of the country. So the field name here will be name, in operator, and as shown in the syntax, I have to use round brackets to enclose the values. Now, as the name is a text value, I have to enclose the values within double quotes. So this is my first value, India. Then I will use comma as a separator. Again, second value, I will enclose within double quotes, Sri Lanka, comma, and then my third value, Saudi Arabia. After the last value, close the round bracket and semicolon, enter. I am viewing all the fields of only 3 countries which I have mentioned here in my query, that is India, Sri Lanka and Saudi Arabia. So this is how in operator works. Till now we were working on single condition. But what if we have more than one condition? In such situation, these conditions can be combined using AND or NOT operators. The AND operator displays a record if all the conditions separated by AND operator are true. In simple words, when all the conditions are compulsory, then we have to use AND operator. The OR operator displays a record if any of the conditions separated by OR operator is true. In simple words, we will use OR operator in either OR situation, either this condition or that condition. And last, the NOT operator displays a record if the condition is not true. Let's understand this with an example. I want to fetch the country records from Asia having population over 10 million. So here I am having 2 conditions. First condition is on continent field and second condition is on population field, and both of them are compulsory. So I'll be using AND operator. Let's write the query with these 2 conditions. Select star from country where continent equals to Asia and operator population greater than 10 million, semicolon. So there are 26 countries from Asia having population above 10 million. Now I want to list out countries from Asia and Africa. So here also I am having 2 conditions and both of them are on single field, that is continent. Now a country can either be in Asia or in Africa. So here I am having either or situation and hence I will use the OR operator. So the query is select star from country where continent equals to Asia, OR operator. I have to write down continent field again. Continent equals to Africa, semicolon, and enter. So there are total of 109 countries which are situated either in Asia or Africa continent. So that was about OR operator. Now I want all the countries except from Asia. So here I am having a condition on continent field, but I don't want it to be true. That means I don't want the continent to be Asia, right? So I have to use the NOT operator and the query will be select star from country where, now as you can see in the syntax, I have to write down the NOT operator before the field name. So not operator, continent equals to Asia, semicolon, enter. So it will return me all the countries except from Asia. So this was the not operator within where clause. And with that, we are at the end of our today's session. Today, I have covered distinct, where clause for filtering data using various operators that are between, in, and, or, not. I hope all the operators are clear to you, how they work and when to use which operator. Do let me know if you have any doubts regarding any of these operators in the comment section. Hope you enjoyed learning where clause. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe our channel to find out other free courses by Top Data Coach. You can also visit our website topdatacoach.com to find more courses on data analytics. I'll come back again with the next video about sorting and limiting records. Till then, practice and master filter data. Bye.